So instead of like, you know, turning on my alarm clock at 7:30 in the morning so I can wake up to make a video, I decided I'm just gonna turn off my alarm clock, sleep till I wake up, and make a video right now. So, anyways, High Tide came out with some news, and it's kind of interesting because they are opening up stores so fast, and 77 is my lucky number. Why? Because I was born on July 7, 1987. 777. And 7 is my lucky number. I don't know how the stock's gonna trade, but High Tide is growing really fast. They are expanding, but they're expanding quite fast. But like I said, I really don't think retail investors move the stock, but I could be wrong. And when I wake up in the afternoon around 12, this thing could be trading at $1. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's probably either gonna stay at 77 cents or it's gonna go down 3 or 4 cents. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, and this thing could jump to 80 cents, 90 cents. I don't know at the end of the day. But my gut feeling tells me it's not going to really do anything, and it's probably going to fall back down to around 70 cents, possibly, 75 cents. Probably going to trade between 77 to 75 cents. Not really going to move anywhere. Let me just remind you guys, retail investors do not move the stock. Big money will move the stock. So unless big money decides to come in to pump the stock to the moon, it's not going to move anywhere. It's literally not going to move anywhere. The only thing I think that will change High Tide stock around is an earnings report. An earnings report will either plummet the stock or make the stock go run hot and go higher. So earnings report is the only way for the stock to move, in my opinion. But they are expanding very fast, and it's a good thing to see the business move forward. I mean, I have shares that I plan to hold long term. I don't care if the stock drops down to 15 cents again. If it drops back down to 15 cents, I'm just going to buy more shares. I'm going to load the boat on it even more than what I did last time. So, I don't know. There's a possibility it could go down to 15 cents. The only way that will happen is if the stock market will crash, or somehow investor sentiment changes and the stock decides to crash, or management screws up somehow and the stock crashes. One of the two scenarios, but I don't think it'll go back down to 15 cents. I think this is probably going to sit here for a while. And then some big earnings report will come out and maybe it'll pop the stock, or they're just going to list on the NASDAQ with this current stock price and they do a reverse split. I think that's also a big possibility. They just do a reverse split at 77 cents or 80 cents or whatever, and then it'll be traded on the NASDAQ. One of the two scenarios will happen. Or, the third scenario where big money comes in, pumps the stock to the moon, and they get listed on the NASDAQ without a reverse split. Those are the three scenarios at the end of the day, but I just feel like big money is not going to come in and pump the stock to the moon to make a bunch of retail investors rich. I just don't see it. But I could be wrong. Hold, gamble, but at the end of the day, the business will continue to grow. That's my opinion. I'm being a little mean, but I'm just putting reality into effect. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the 77 store rich people will be like, oh, let's go pump this thing to the moon. So, let's be honest. I bet you anything, even if Jeremy came out and be like, oh, I bought High Tide, I still don't think it would go to like $2 or $3. I think the very best case scenario Jeremy would do, push this thing up 20 cents, and then the stock will probably fall back down to earth eventually. Hey, that's just my opinion. I could totally be wrong. So, we'll see what happens. I don't think Jeremy's going to buy the stock. I think he's just going to sit on the side and watch it. Or never. You know, I really don't think he's going to buy it. I could be wrong. But that's just my speculation. Right now on the Frankfurt Exchange, there's hardly any volume. It's not moving anywhere. Only 7,570 shares traded. Clearly, Europe doesn't care. It's basically people in Canada and the US that really care about the stock. And since it's traded on the OTC markets, retail investors on the US side is not going to be trading the stock because it costs money to trade the stock. The only thing that will bring in a lot of volatility for the stock is a lot of volume for the stock is the Robinhooders. If they can get at appropriate price and looks very attractive to Robinhood investors, huge amount of Robinhood investors will come in and they'll start trading the stock. That's my opinion. If you really want High Tide to do well, buy their product, because we are currently in the quarter that matters the most right now. And the more product you buy from High Tide in this quarter, maybe they'll come out with an amazing earnings report in May or June, whenever they decide to release that earnings report for the current quarter that we're in. Maybe that will get investors excited enough to pump the stock to the moon. I don't know at the end of the day, but the best way to help the company out is to buy product from the company. Buying stock doesn't matter because I really think that retail investors don't move the market and it's big money. So if you buy their product and big money sees that their earnings are awesome, they might start pumping their money into High Tide stock, making the retail investors a lot of money. Boom, boom, right? I'm just kidding. I don't know at the end of the day, but honestly, in my opinion, the best way to help out the company is to buy stuff from them. Bring up their revenue, bring up their profitability, make sure they're profitable. That is the best way to move the stock, in my humble opinion. So, we'll see what happens. But hey, I'm just being real with you guys that I really don't think retail investors are going to move the stock. This thing has been promoted across YouTube. Almost every YouTube channel has been promoting it. Big channel, small channel. This stock hardly moves. Even if Jeremy came out and said he put in $100,000 into High Tide, I really like the best case scenario I see this thing move is to like over $1, and it'll just probably plummet back down to earth again. My opinion, because retail investors are greedy. This thing pops to $1, they're gonna take profit. That's just my opinion, though. They're super greedy. Everybody wants to protect their profit. Nobody wants to hold long term. The only people that can really move the stock are rich people that don't really care about the small little profits. So that's my opinion, right? I don't know at the end of the day. Lordstown up 23 cents in after hours trading. Tesla is up $9.17. NEO is up 53 cents, 1.39%. The pre-markets right now are green. I am a little worried about the U.S. Treasury. Right now it's red, which whenever the U.S. Treasury is red, the market is green. But I think that's red is just temporary. So I think that it's going to be green soon, and then the market is going to fall. That's my opinion. I don't know at the end of the day. I mean, maybe the market will ignore the bond market, but I still think there's going to be extreme volatility in this market. People can be like, oh, is the market crashing again? Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, it's going to be back and forth. It's going to be a lot of volatility. That's just what I think is going to happen. I really like this company, AABB. I think that this could be a way bigger winner than High Tide, in my humble opinion. Too bad I can't buy this in my RSP, in my tax-free saving account. Else I would have picked some more up. But I can't. Oh well, whatever. Bitcoin is up $204, 0.35%. Mara is up 3.22%. Man, do you believe that Mara was once traded at 43 cents on April 13th, 2020? Man, you would have made so much money. That's why I think AABB can be a $3 or $4 stock sometime in the future. In my opinion, that's a huge return on investment. Think about it. AABB trades 129 million shares, or 98 million shares of daily volume. How much is High Tide? How much? 6 million, 6.2 million. Versus 100 million. I wonder. Now, liquidity is very good on AABB versus High Tide. And AABB has less shares than High Tide. They have a total outstanding share of 411 million shares. High Tide has 610 million shares. Quite a bit of shares in my opinion. So yeah. Merit, Riot Blockchain, SOS. I seriously think that this is a third company, but big money don't care. They want to pump it. It is what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.